Welcome to the second term of Donald Trump, where the facts are fake, the lies louder. I asked ChatGPT to analyze Trump's rhetoric to find the top lies of his presidency for 2025. Act 1. The lie that launched the encore. Before he even took the oath again, Trump was still spinning the same lie, that the 2020 election was stolen. But in 2025, he leveled it up, claiming millions of illegal votes had been cast in previous elections, that voting machines were made in Venezuela, and that he had single-handedly saved democracy by returning. Reality check. No court, audit, or investigation found widespread fraud. But the truth wasn't the point. The point was loyalty and paranoia. Act 2, immigration invasion or imaginary math. Trump, 21 million illegals crossed under Biden. Nobody talks about it. Except everyone who looked at the numbers. Customs and Border Patrol counted just under 11 million crossings, with most not remaining in the country. But Trump didn't care about decimals. He wanted a monster number to feed the fear. Why? Because when you invent a crisis, you get to invent the solution. In this case, mass deportations, military raids, and bans that even the courts are still trying to untangle. Act 3. Transgender mice and weaponized ignorance. They spent $8 million to make a mouse transgender. This one got headlines for all the wrong reasons. What Trump called gender experiments were actually hormone-related studies tied to cancer research. But again, facts are boring. Mocking science? That gets airtime. And every time Trump says something like this, it does two things. It turns real research into a punchline, and it gives his followers another reason to distrust doctors, scientists, and anyone with more than a high school lab credit. Act 4. Gas prices, tariffs, and economic fairy tales. Inflation is at a historic low. Gas, cheaper than ever. Except it wasn't. Just months into 2025, prices were creeping back up. And economists warned that the tariffs Trump had reimposed were making it worse. But Trump doesn't do nuance. He does catchphrases. Tariffs are good and easy to win, he said again. Meanwhile, your groceries cost more, your rent went up, and the deficit skyrocketed. Act 5. Dead people on Social Security. There are millions of 120-year-olds on Social Security. Think about that. We did think about it. Turns out, it's not true. The database he referenced had outdated paperwork, not zombie pensioners collecting checks. But the lie worked. Why? Because it fed two myths: that government is bloated, and that someone else is always getting more than you. Not true. Not even close. Act 6. Project 2025? Never heard of it. Except he has. Trump distanced himself from a far-right plan to gut the federal government, purge civil servants, and centralize power. He called it a distraction, then floated hiring the guy who wrote it. Which is kind of like saying, I don't know who set the fire, while you're handing them a flamethrower. In Trump's second term, the lies aren't just political tools, they're weapons. Used to deflect blame, rewrite history, and keep millions of Americans locked inside an alternate reality. The truth didn't just die, it got outvoted. This isn't leadership, it's gaslighting on a national scale. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date.